the NFL on EA Sports. And the focus of this one is on Odell Beckham Jr. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Giants and the Vikings, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
On play action, Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play fake, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 20 carries, 115 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Cousins throwing complete to his receiver, Thielen. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there. Back to the ground, Cook.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there, with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning. Scoring first, an ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Anthony Schwartz going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And right away, he lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Wilson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing is Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cohen. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, to get everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
He completes it to Beckham. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal. The Vikings 9-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far. Want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's third and goal. Wilson will throw again. And it's caught. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here we go on fourth down. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Demetric Felton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing is Cousins. Complete. This is Albert Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. Nifty. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook.
Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We'll start with the Packers.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Zadarius Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the Giants send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Cousins.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. Wilson snags it left side.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Play action now. Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Cousins. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Wilson. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 36 yards. And the Giants first down.
They'll run on first down. Felton, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and now 1 yard to go on third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third down, Felton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 18-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Wilson.
That one caught by Felton. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
And the Giants are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you... You don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On second down, here's Wilson.
That's going to be taken in by Felton.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. To throw again is Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players, and glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Cousins. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll throw again. Cousins. Smith catches left side. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now Cousins. Wilson's got it complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, Wilson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Wilson.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Now Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Just about every quarter. Look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On second down, Felton. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Throwing is Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A second down throw for Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Cook up the gut.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. That's complete. It's Collins. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Third and short yardage. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. New York set to take the field.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. There's Wilson to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Ross. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Wilson on first down. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now it's Wilson. Throw left side, complete to Ross.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
To throw is Wilson. He completes it to Beckham. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. Wilson. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback And they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Wisely will throw that one away.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
A nice little juke. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll get 34 yards there.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They go play action. Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
They run the counter with Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flash. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
There he goes right side. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter, getting down to the good stuff. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Cousins now. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's taken to the 26.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now Wilson. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
With his 10th rushing touchdown on the year, his 14th overall. And the Giants have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Vikings 21. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
They start the drive with Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They run it again with Cook. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Cousins to throw it.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A run there with Cook not going to be successful as he'll lose a couple of yards on 1st down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Cousins. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Giants force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guy. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
Wilson. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Caught left side, it's Beckham. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great work to be.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Up the middle they go. Felton. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Fielded at the 43. Oh, he shifts past him. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Cousins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So he's unable to complete.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this.
After review of the play, the
So
ruling on
the
the field is
officials and the
reversed.
folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Cousins to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Cousins. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession.
Touchdown! Irv Smith Jr. from 6 yards away.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The New York set to take the field.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches too. Excellent game plan, and add their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Setting up the screen for Cook.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd down, Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Fielded right around the 8.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. Well, this one, partner, was fun.